Ladies and gentlemen, there was an attack on U.S. troops. It looks like Iran sent a drone. Three troops were killed, 34 wounded. And Joe Biden is vowing to strike back. So they said this drone was linked to Iran, which killed three U.S. service members. The attack wounded at least 34 others. That number could rise. This is according to U.S. officials. An unmanned aerial drone struck U.S. troops stationed in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border early on Sunday. We had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost three soldiers, Biden said, during a stop at Brooklyn Baptist Church in West Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, I saw he did visit another church. After leading a moment of silence, and after the moment of silence, Biden said, "We shall respond." So, yes, Joe Biden was at a black church down there in South Carolina when he gave this speech. So, a U.S. official said that the service members' injuries vary, with many suffering from traumatic brain injury. There's also reports of spinal injuries and at least one case of shrapnel. It marks the first deadly attack on U.S. forces in the Middle East since the Israel Hamas fight broke out. So, the Islamic resistance in Iraq, a coalition of militias backed by Iran. Now, y'all remember Iran said they were going to retaliate on the US for killing their general. So, the group called its revenge for America's military presence in the region and the Palestinian death toll in Gaza. So they said that's why they attacked these American troops. The Islamic resistance in Iraq claimed they have attacked a total of four military bases on Sunday, three of which are U.S. bases in Syria, on the Syrian Jordanian border, and one belonging to Israel. There has been no confirmation of other attacks from U.S. officials. So the president said, and Lloyd Austin, who is the defense secretary, they said, "I will not tolerate attacks on American forces, and we will take all the necessary actions to defend the United States, our troops, and our interests," he said in a statement. U.S. Central Command said it's in the process of notifying families of service members. About 900 U.S. troops are stationed in Syria and 2,500 in Iraq, largely to help fight ISIS. Since the Israel Hamas war started, Iranian linked forces have carried out more than 140 attacks in those two countries. Earlier this month, Central Command said the number of U.S. military personnel were evaluated for traumatic brain injuries after Iran-backed groups launched multiple ballistic missiles and rockets on the airbase in western Iraq. Most of the missiles were intercepted, but at least one Iraqi service member was wounded. In December, three U.S. service members were injured, one critically, by a drone strike in northern Iraq. In response, the U.S. said it carried out multiple airstrikes against facilities used by militias. So, this is the latest one. And, there are some articles on the GOP, and they want to meet with Biden. So, who knows what will happen, but he seems to want a swift attack on this resistance, this Islamic resistance for carrying out the drone attack. So they said they know that this group is backed by Iran, but they don't say how, but they said Iran is funding them. And they very well could be, who knows over there. So I don't know if any of you have loved ones or anyone that's stationed in those areas. If you know of family members, let me know in the comment section. I sure hope they remain safe over there because I know the fighting is fierce in Syria and around that area. And a lot of it is not spoken about on the news here. You can hear a lot more about it if you listen to foreign news. And that's generally what I do whenever I want to hear about war. I always listen to foreign news. And, you can't trust US news because if you remember when that Ukrainian Russian war jumped off, they kept getting on the news every single day talking about Ukraine is winning, Ukraine is winning. And then come to find out they weren't winning at all. But you could tell they weren't winning because Zelensky kept begging for more money, more weapons, more aid, And usually, if you're winning, you don't do that amount of begging, plain and simple. That's like watching the Olympics and somebody makes it to the finish line and they win, and then they turn around and start begging. These things don't happen if you're winning. So, because of that, I won't get any war news from the US. I always go to foreign sources. You get better news, and they're not going to sit there and tell you someone's winning, and like they do here in the US. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.